Hi, I'm Reza. In this video, I'm going to give a quick demo of EngHub, a platform like GitHub but built for engineers to share and collaborate. What makes EngHub a special tool is that it gives you a GUI over the shared network drive to manage the files and version control them. Please note also this example is on shared network drive, but this also works on Google Drive and OneDrive. Here I'm showing a shared network drive that a lot of us engineers use to collaborate and share content with other colleagues. When entering this shared network drive, the project appears as a single folder. The only information available is the folder name, which can be very vague. However, if these projects are linked with EngHub software, we can display more information. For example, by selecting the database created for this demonstration, you can see the project details such as title, description, photo, and the owner of the project. Additionally, you can see which user has access to the shared network drive and what projects they were working on. To explain it better, I first log in. Here on my profile, I can see the projects that I've been working on. For the next step, I'm going to upload a new project. On this page, I first choose a title and description with the formatting I want. I also need a clear, short description to help others understand what's the purpose of this project. Details can be added to the project to make it easier for others to find the project, such as photo or file type that I'm gonna upload and tags. Tags are particularly very helpful because they categorize my project and make it much easier for me to find it. I will explain it later on by the end of this video. Since my friend and I are working on this project, I will select him as a collaborator. Another feature that this software allows me is to link this project with the previous projects. To do this, I simply need to add the ID of each relevant project. Here I'm adding a specification document that this project needs to follow. After uploading, all this information is displayed on the main page, such as the storage used by this project and the description. Now, instead of searching through the shared network drive folder, this software presents all those information in an organized manner. The next section displays how the projects are linked together. I can see this project is linked to 3 other references that I picked during uploading the project. Clicking on any of them returns me to the previous project, revealing how those projects are linked together. This means if a new employee joins a company, instead of goofing around and finding all those files, they can just view the graph and understand how those projects evolved during time and how they are connected. Now in the dependency section, I manage the files. Here I upload a folder and choose the commit I want. A commit is a note that helps members to understand the reason behind uploading those files. After uploading, there is a note next to each file so users can leave their comments there. This helps the next person viewing those files understand what's the background behind each file. To show version controlling feature, I wanted to upload a new version of them. I go to my remote machine and on Abacus software, I edit the element size and make them larger. After doing so, I save it and go back to the replace the folder with the new version of those files. When I do so, you will see a v2 next to the files, matching the commit I added. Now, in front of you will see a brain icon. The brain icon compares the previous version with the new version to highlight their differences. This is helpful when collaborators forget to commit their changes, so the AI simplifies the process. When I click here, my computer GPU starts working. This GPU usage is not for ChatGPT, it's for my computer. Since AI security is a major concern for many companies, this software runs a local AI on your machine. In other words, only the owner of the computer can access the AI. After that, I can add or remove the comments. Before talking about the log file, I wanted to check my profile again. On the left side, it shows that I only have 20 GB of storage. In other words, you can limit the amount of storage each user has access to. So in long term, using this software prevents unnecessary storage usage. Now, I can check any of these files to see which of them is taking the most space. Scrolling down, I see my welding project is taking a lot of storage. Let me go to the dependency section. I can see a strange file here. I bet the reason behind this is because of this file. Now let me check the log file. I see I uploaded a series of files, but my friend uploaded a PDF file and even tried to replace it 15 minutes later. So the log file allows you to see who worked on the project and what action they took, replacing, deleting, or even uploading. So your file doesn't appear or disappear suddenly. This software provides useful access features. For instance, each project has a unique ID. Showing that ID can access to that specific project. Additionally, in the dependency section, each file with its own version has a unique ID. So you can give that unique ID to your colleague, allowing them to find that version. It's much easier than sharing a long path directory. Furthermore, when you download the files in the dependencies, it respects the version you selected. For example, I select the commit with initial for the first 3 files and v2 for the last one. When I download it, the downloaded files are according to those specific versions. This allows me to have a folder with exact version I intended to have, providing a better version controlling. I want to emphasize this software doesn't provide storage, it uses the storage your company provided. This software acts as a GUI over your existing storage, so when you right-click on the file, it directs you to the directory where those files exist on your shared network drive. Additionally, middle-clicking or Ctrl-left-clicking opens a new page, enabling you to work with multiple projects simultaneously. Finally, I would like to explain the tags. When I go to my project, I click on welding tag, it shows me all those projects created with the same tag. We see 2 projects here. If I return to my project again and I click on IGBT, the projects with IGBT tags are displayed. This allows me to categorize my projects with different titles, making it easier for me and my colleagues to find the projects they needed to. Thank you for watching this demo. If you want to get the beta version of EngHub, please email me at enghubnetwork@gmail.com. Please note your feedback will directly shape the next release.